Hey guys, it's Fly. We're doing another comic Bento unboxing, but I've had a couple of problems. Had audio issues last month. Had audio issues, even worse this time. I was in another room. I was in the same room I normally do them in this time, my office, but it's at a different angle, which apparently makes a lot of difference. I was also a little bit further away from the camera, so today we are doing it in the Fly garage. This is a garage door behind me, if you couldn't tell. Another comic Bento unboxing. Also, if it's a little bright, it's because I'm using a light in the garage that I have not used before. We're borrowing it, so put it to good use, right? Also, the reason I'm not wearing glasses is because the light is very bright, and it makes my glasses glare into the camera. So you don't get glasses on Fly today. I'm apologizing for that now. Anyway, so this month's theme, actually September's theme, was as seen on TV. So we have TV-themed comics. And some of them are pretty interesting. I've already opened them, so let's not try to pretend like, oh, I got this. We got The Blacklist. I actually watched season 1 of this show, and it's kind of interesting. It's about a guy who's on the FBI top 10 wanted, I believe. It's been a while since I watched it. It's a couple years now. He's on the top 10 most wanted list on the FBI, and he turns himself in to bust other bad guys. And each episode is them busting a new bad guy. Kind of an interesting premise for a comic book, actually. It's almost like a comic book in its own thing. Like every issue would be another episode, and they bust a new guy. It's kind of cool. Not bad. In fact, James Spader is the main character, the voice of Ultron in Age of Ultron. He's the reason that show exists. Like, he plays that character to a T. I believe his character's name is Red Redding or something along those lines. Anyway, splitting hairs and doing things like that. Second comic book we got, I'm actually kind of excited about because I watched the first couple episodes of the show and I never really got into it. But Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and this actually looks like an adaptation of the show because you have Fitzpatrick. One of them is named Fitz and one of them is named Patrick, and no one ever really deciphers. I believe that's their names. It's been a while since I've watched that show too. I'm really bad about watching shows right now, so bear with me. We're trying. We have Deathlock here. I'm also sorry if that light is kind of messing with glare on the comic books. I'll try to shade them a little bit. We have Quake. I believe her name is Daisy on the show. But you also have Agent Coulson, who is in like Avengers and Iron Man 2. I don't remember. I think it was Iron Man 2. But it actually looks like an adaptation of the TV show in a comic book, which was... The show is adapted. It's late, guys. I'm sorry. But it was adapted from comic book stuff, which was adapted from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which was adapted... I don't know. Anyway, there's much adaptation. So, look at it this way. Marvel Comics, Marvel Cinematic Universe, Marvel TV show, Marvel Comics. It's a deadly circle of life. It's a circle of life. Don't get used to that. The third comic we got is what I like to classify as... The third comic's pretty much always bonkers in these comic bentos. This is the bonkers one. This is the Garbage Pail Kids. If you don't know what the Garbage Pail Kids are, in the 1980s, Cabbage Patch Kids blew up. I think it was the 80s. Anyway, they got big. Then someone who wants to make cash decided, let's make the Garbage Pail Kids, which are gross, disgusting versions of the Cabbage Patch Kids, and everyone will love them. And then we'll make a movie out of it, and it will do horribly in the box office, and the Garbage Pail Kids will fall off the face of the earth for a while. And then we'll come back and make a comic 20 years later. 30 years later? Whatever. Anyway, that's that. I'm not sure I'll ever read that one, but I have it. So there's that. The last one we got, I'm kind of excited about, but I didn't know they were making a comic of it. I know I'm teasing. It's known as creating suspense. So you'll continue watching the video. Anyway, the last one's Rick and Morty. I know not a lot about Rick and Morty. I have never watched the TV show. I've never played the games they have. I don't really know much about Rick and Morty except for it's kind of like a blast off of Back to the Future. You know, Marty, Doc, Rick and Morty. Like I said, I didn't know they made a comic of it. But I guess if there's a Garbage Pail Kids comic and there's a need for that, there's a need for Rick and Morty comic. So I'm actually kind of excited to read it because I never got into the show, and that's kind of a cool introduction. Something else that I kind of got through Comic Bento. Comic Bento, in like a celebration or kind of like promotion to get themselves a little bit better known, maybe they're trying to get more business, because my videos are definitely not doing it, getting 25 views here and there. They did a contest through Facebook and Instagram, where you would have to like, comment, tag, and share a post. I think I got all of those in one. Like, comment, tag, share a post. And through that, I guess they kind of got, some more cross-promotion through other people. But they were going to give away a few a few graphic novels. One in particular, actually, but multiple versions of it. It's late. I remember telling you guys that, right? Anywho, they gave away Flashpoint because Season 3 of the Flash TV show is based off of this comic book written by Jeff Johns, Flashpoint, where Flash, Barry Allen, travels back through time to save his mother. Even though he's decided against it in the past, he gets to the future and decides, I'm at a point now where I can change things. Well, he does. Not always for the better. So he goes back in time, saves his mother in the comic book. I watched the DC animated movie. I had not read the comic book, so that's kind of exciting that I'm getting a free comic, a DC comic, mind you, because I'm a DC nerd, through Comic Bento, because they've done so much for me already. They've given me awesome comics. I'm making videos because of them, but I got a free comic through them, through this contest. So, that's kind of cool. I'm kind of excited that I'm doing more things. Considering that they're the reason I'm making videos, because I wanted to do some unboxing videos that not a lot of people do. So, this is kind of like that. There's tons of loot crates, there's tons of other things. This is something I wanted to do. So, I did this. And they're helping me, because they're giving me more comics. So, win-win. Another thing. Look forward to another series of unboxing videos. Funko, you guys might know. They make those cool little bobblehead-looking figures, huge heads, they're cute. Pop vinyl figures, they're known. Or they also make Dorbs. They also make other things that people collect. I'm a nerd. I collect some Funko Pop stuff. So far, it's only been Joker and Harley Quinn stuff. But Funko has this thing through Marvel called the Collector Core. They also have a thing through DC, and being a DC nerd, I signed up because they do a bi-monthly box. Every 2 months they do a box. Every 2 months for Marvel they do a box. But this coming box is Batman Villains, which is like my thing. It's my jam. I love Batman. I love his villains. It's perfect. But everything in a Funko Legion of Collectors box and Collector Core is exclusive. It's awesome stuff. So I'm going to be the only one, plus everyone who else subscribes to this gets that stuff. So that's kind of cool. Another thing is, in the future, we are going to be reading a comic. Don't have a date pinned down for that yet, but I'm going to release it. I promise. I promised Audrey I'd do it. because it was for her Audrey Palooza-thon thing that we did like months ago. But I have a kid, and I have had issues carving out time to do it. But we're going to do it, I promise. So, in the future, look forward to Legion of Collectors unboxing. Look forward to me reading comic book. Still trying to pin down details for that. DC, I contacted them and they have not contacted me back yet. So it's up in the air. But, and we're going to be doing more comic Bento unboxing in the future. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys later. Love you guys. Thanks for watching it. Bye.